Hi everyone, today I'll be presenting physical security implementation. What is physical security? Physical security is the protection of personnel, hardware, software, networks, and data from physical actions and events that could cause serious loss or damage to an organization. This includes protection from fire, flood, natural disasters, theft, vandalism, and terrorism. Physical security seems common sense to us, yet is often overlooked and underestimated. Physical access to information processing and storage areas and their supporting infrastructure, for example communications, power, and environmental, must be controlled to prevent, detect, and minimize the effects of unintended access to these areas. Therefore, physical security should be part of security policy. Physical security has three main important components: access control, surveillance, and testing. Obstacles should be placed in the way of potential attackers and physical sites should be hardened against accidents, attacks, or environmental disasters. Secondly, physical locations should be monitored using surveillance cameras and notification systems. Thirdly, disaster recovery policies and procedures should be tested on a regular basis to ensure safety and to reduce the time it takes to recover from disruptive man-made or natural disasters. Now you may begin simply by first defining the areas into two categories: restricted and non-restricted areas. Visitors should be supervised even in non-restricted areas. Define who is allowed to access restricted areas by following the principle of least privilege, whereby access are only for employees with legitimate business reasons. The slides onwards provide some suggestions on controls for the physical security of information technology and systems related to information processing. Buildings containing a designated data center should employ strict access controls. There are also minimum physical access controls which should be practiced to govern access to all buildings in an effort to protect information resources. Such measures include fencing, locks, access control cards, biometric systems, and CCTV systems. Due to the high risk of loss, laptop computers should be traceable to individual users, and sensitive information should not be stored on the unit's permanent disk drive. Portable laptop computers containing sensitive, non-disclosure information should be protected using a PC security disk encryption package. All portable laptops must be physically secured via an appropriate security device during any period that the unit is left unattended in the office. If an employee has a change in their job responsibility or is terminated, all of the following items in their possession must be returned when applicable. These items include keys to safes, cupboards, filing, keys to entrances, terminal, PCs, telecommunications equipment, personal IDs, credit cards, parking pass, vehicle, uniforms, and so on. The termination checklist should be used for each occurrence. If keys have not been returned, it may be necessary to replace locks that protect sensitive information. It is the responsibility of the employee's manager, along with the Human Resources Department, to inform the IT Control Group and other appropriate departments of an employee termination or change in an employee job responsibility. All copyright license and business confidential information held on magnetic media such as information, program, operating system, and utilities must be returned, recorded, and checked. IT support and data center groups are responsible for the movement of all types of information system media equipment, servers, and devices that may reside in any business facility. The user must not relocate or remove any equipment without the consent of IT support and data center group. IT support and data center group are responsible for all changes to the network configuration and attached workstations. To ensure that all networking policies, standards and procedures are being adhered to, monitoring software shall be installed. Network computer system and their supporting infrastructure such as air conditioning systems and security alarm systems must have a dependable, consistent electrical power supply. Backup power is necessary to ensure that computer services are in a constant state of readiness and to help avoid damage to equipment if normal power is lost. A backup UPS system must be utilized for the computer systems and supporting equipment. Generators and batteries should also be employed to ensure continuous operations. Backup power facilities must be regularly tested to ensure reliable functionality. The computer environment must be protected from all forms of water, temperature, and humidity damage. Locations with the potential for water damage must be avoided when selecting information processing areas. In data center environments, sensors and alarms must be installed to monitor the environment and to ensure that air and humidity remain within the levels specified by equipment design. Water sensors must be placed in the floor and ceiling to ensure leakage detection. If proper conditions are not maintained, alarm systems must be configured to summon operations and maintenance personnel to correct the situation before a business interruption occurs. Measures must be taken to minimize the risks and effects of a fire occurring within the information processing areas. Data centers may have helium gas or approved equivalent systems or dry pipe sprinkler systems and heat sensors installed. While closed area network server rooms may only have smoke detectors and fire extinguishers, fire detection and suppression mechanism must be utilized in the information processing areas. Where possible, detection devices should notify appropriate personnel. Buildings that contain information processing areas must minimally conform to local and federal construction regulations, especially with regard to natural physical security threats. Selection of new sites should consider the presence of threats such as fire, flood, earthquake, etc., and avoid high-risk conditions where possible. Many of these issues should be addressed in the company's business continuity plan. Insurance coverage should complement the physical security controls as a countermeasure against threat realization and impact on company operations. The following items should be considered, such as information security equipment and facilities, employee fidelity, media reconstruction, extra expense, business interruption, errors and omissions, and loss of items in transit. So there you have it, a few suggestions for physical security implementation that you could take into consideration, especially when the organization is to comply to the information security management system. In conclusion, the effects of unauthorized physical access can be damaging and costly. If managed properly, physical security policies and procedures can provide the protection that they are designed to give while providing the security that is necessary to keep the resources around it safe from outside threats as well as those from the inside.